Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here?
Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Fitz back in the video with yet another video today. I'm coming to you guys with another build video today. I got y'all with pretty much the best rare build, but it definitely is the best slasher build. Now this week is gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna be kind of a banger week, but it's for builds. Now I know I gotta address this. I did do a poll, pretty much had it up for a day, and in only a day it had 2,000, almost 2,000 votes. And it was pretty, it wasn't really even close. I was pretty much going and asking y'all pretty much, do y'all want me to start dropping current gen videos? That's not saying I'm only gonna do current gen videos. That's not saying I'm only gonna do next gen videos. I was just asking, do y'all want me to post some current gen videos with the next gen? That's not saying I'm gonna stop posting the next gen. So that was pretty much to tell me if I should test this out, which I'm gonna be doing this week because it was overwhelming. Everybody wanted to see next gen. Even people were saying they wanted to see some 20. Now, I'll probably do another poll later on this week asking if you guys want me to do sub sessions on next gen, current gen, or 20. But I'll probably just end up doing them on all three because I'm pretty sure that's what people want. Because there's going to be people that want me to do it on next gen, people that want me to do it on current gen, and people that's going to want me to do it on 20. That's pretty much what I'll probably do. I already downloaded all three on my Xbox. It's that simple. But yeah. Pretty much what I'm gonna be doing this week, I'm gonna be testing to see if current gen or next gen, which one hit more. I did have a little bit of a plan to start posting current gen soon on my backup channel, but I wanted to see what y'all wanted to see. I wanted to see what y'all pretty much wanted to see on the channel. So today I got y'all with pretty much the best slasher build for next gen. Tomorrow I'll come with pretty much the best slasher build on current gen, which is pretty much my main build. So if you guys want to see that, all you gotta do is like the video, and I'm gonna be going back and forth, all the way down till we get to the best big men for next gen and current gen, best build on the game for next gen and current gen, and then pretty much we're gonna see by then what y'all really looking for, and then I'm gonna just get back to it, and I'm gonna pretty much evaluate that, and then we're gonna see what we're gonna be doing after that. And then either one's gonna be posted more on backup channel. I'm gonna still post pretty much both on the main channel when it comes to bangers, but I'm gonna have to put some on the side, you know what I'm saying, depending on what y'all seem to want to watch. So yeah, that's pretty much the plan for right now. Y'all pretty much should be able to understand that. I'm gonna be doing a test this week, posting some next gen videos, some current gen videos. But yeah, man, for today, I'm gonna be giving you guys pretty much the best, most overpowered slasher build, also probably the most overpowered rare build in the game. If you've seen my slasher build video, you already know what this build is. I'm gonna be going in detail on how to make it all the way down from the position, height, weight, wingspan, attributes, takeover, all the way down to the bad setups for the finishing, shooting, playmaking, and defensive. Y'all already know how these joints go. So if you haven't already, please do like, subscribe if you're new. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop straight into it.
I got digital dash, came right with a art. I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds, but drop on this hot. 400 degrees, I burned up the block. Burn out, make one call, they turn out. CC the gang, get the word out. When the shit getting hot, you the first out. Cover my wrist with a watch and I flood it with rocks. Now I look at the time all day. Be high, I rap the old block and I drop off the top, and I know you can see my face. You my dog at the end, don't care what the bitches say. I got digital dash, came right with a art. I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I have in the bins and pull out.
Alright, before we go too far into this video, I want to make sure to go over this. Now, we were at 4.2%. We're all the way up to 9.7%. But still, 90% of y'all that are watching my videos aren't even subscribed. I know y'all mess with the videos. We finna be going so crazy, so you might as well hit that sub button. It's that simple. Alright, so first things first, when it comes to making a build, it's always gonna be the position. Now for the position for this build, I'm gonna go with power forward. Now you can go with different positions for this build. If you want to do that, you wanna go point guard, shooting guard, small forward. You can go 6'7", 6'8" on all those builds. I just like going power forward because it's gonna be the best version of that build, because you're gonna get more badges and you're gonna get better attributes. So yeah, that's why I pretty much go with the power forward position. Alright, next is going to be the best height, weight, wingspan. Now the height, weight, wingspan on next gen is pretty much like the pie charts. They took the pie charts out. Pretty much the height, weight, wingspan is before it. Height is going to be molding a lot of different attributes. Weight going to be molding a lot of different attributes. And wingspan is going to be capping a lot of different attributes. Now, the height, we end up going 6'7". That's the minimum height for a power forward. Like I said, you can't go point guard, shooting guard, or small forward, because point guard goes up all the way up to 6'8", and then on and then on. 211 on the weight. That's pretty much one off of being minimum. That actually helps you get more strength without losing anything on your speed, ball, acceleration. Then we got pretty much a max wingspan. That's going to be pretty much really good to pretty much help us get as many badges as possible while also having a 99 driving dunk with having a lot of other stuff. Now, this is a build that we're not going to be maxing out the three-point rating or the ball handle. It's going to be at an 80 ball handle and an 82 three-pointer. So I did go max wingspan for that reason too. And then when it comes to the body type, that's really up to you. That's the only thing that's not going to be doing anything to the attributes. So I always go build no matter what it is, unless it's like a really short build. So yeah, that's pretty much the best height, weight, wingspan for this build. All right, next is going to be the attributes for this build. Now, for the attributes, you're going to actually end up with 15 finishing, 17 shooting, 17 playmaking, and 27 defensive badges. Now, one thing I will say about this build that's really different than a lot of these builds you're going to be seeing on YouTube, it has max physical, speed, acceleration, strength, vertical, stamina. All of it is max. Then when it comes to the finishing, to get 15 finishing badges, you're going to pretty much max out driving layup, driving dunk, standing dunk. Then you have a post control of a 28 to get that 15th finishing badge. Then for the shooting, you're going to get 17 shooting badge upgrades. So like I said, you're going to have an 82 three-pointer, but then the mid-range is max. Then you're going to have a 65 free throw and get 17 shooting badges. Then for the playmaking, you're going to have an 80 ball handle, a max speed with ball, a 65 pass accuracy with a 17 badge upgrades for the playmaking. Then when it comes to the defensive rebounding, they get 27 badge upgrades. You're going to be maxing out your perimeter defense, your offensive rebound, your block, your defense rebound. Then your steals going to be at a 66 with interior defense up to a 26 to be able to get those 27 badge upgrades. And then, like I said, the physicals are all max. Now, one thing I would say about a lot of this thing, interior defense, that's pretty much like the meta. My explanation for not going up on that, if I was making this build, I would want interior defense because I don't like getting dunked on. But the best way to get shot contest in this game is block. If you don't know what interior defense is, they actually patched it to make it harder to get dunked on when you have interior defense. But what it's mainly for is for post defense. A lot of people didn't know that before this year. I even didn't know that. I don't know how 2K just came out of nowhere and said that. But yeah, interior defense is for post defense, supposedly. Then, yeah, that's pretty much like the only big hole. Close shot, we all know about that. We don't really put that on builds like that. We got max physical, so that's pretty much like the only real hole. We even have a steal rating that's going to be able to allow us to have pickpocketing and interceptor. So, in my opinion, this is one of the best builds in the game. Well-rounded all the way from the attributes to the badge upgrades you get on this build. So yeah, man, all we got left to go over is the takeovers and the badge setups for this build. Alright, next is the best takeover for this build. Now, when it comes to the takeovers for this build, you actually get lockdown, glass unit, sharp, and finishing. Obvious choices for me when it comes to this build. I'm going to play like this guy's pretty much like a guard. So I'm going to get the finishing to get a lot of those pluses when I'm in takeover, like speed with ball and stuff like that. But I'm going to get sharp takeover so I can pretty much get that +8 to my three-pointer when I'm in takeover. And spot of precision and finishing moves are the best two takeovers in the game. So yeah, in my opinion, by the way. And yeah, that's the takeovers I'm going to go with. And the build comes out as a mid-range slasher, one of the rarest names in the game, similar to shades of Chris Webber, Zion Wilson, and DeMar DeRozan. So yeah, man, that's pretty much the build. All we got left to go over is the best finishing, shooting, playmaking, and defensive badge setups for this build. Alright, so first things first is the best finishing badge setup. So we have Hall of Fame Heat Seeker, Hall of Fame Posterizer, Hall of Fame Slithy Finisher, Silver Giant Slayer, and Bronze Lob City Finisher. Bronze Lob City Finisher is pretty much one of the best bronze badges in the game. It's going to help you catch lobs at a way higher rate than you would without it. Don't necessarily need it, but it does help a lot, tremendously. Then when it comes to badges like Posterizer, that's going to be one of the most overpowered badges because contact dunks pretty overpowered in this game. Very easy to do, and contact Posterizer pretty much makes it way easier to get contact dunks. How much easier when you have the contact dunks packages that's 20%. Every single tier of Posterizer that's 15% added on top of that. So bronze is 35% chance to get a contact dunk, 50% chance at silver, 65% at gold, and 80% at Hall of Fame. Then we have Slithy Finisher to get the best animation possible in an animation-based game, and it also makes your dunk frequency way higher. Then we have Heat Seeker to get our takeovers even faster whenever we're doing layups or dunks. And then we have Giant Slayer pretty much for whenever people have badges like Rim Protector and it improves their blocking ability. It's going to be actually making that a lot harder to get blocked in every single situation when you're going for drives. So pretty much Giant Slayer is trying to cancel out Rim Protector as much as possible. If you have that Hall of Fame, that would be best. But yeah, a lot of people look at that badge as pretty much a badge to pretty much reduce the height advantage, but it also reduces the ability of you getting blocked. So yeah, that's going to be the best finishing badge setup for this build. Alright, next is going to be the best shooting badge setup for this build. Now we got 17 badge upgrades to work with. Now we have Hall of Fame Blinders. That's probably the most overpowered shooting badge in the game. even with the patches that just dropped, pretty much kind of trying to nerf fades, but it really just nerfed how fast to get takeover. For the people that still do fades, blinders is so overpowered because you're running to a side. It's going to make it a lot harder for somebody to stay in front of you and not come from the side, making it that much harder to contest you. And getting contested from the sides with blinders is the best way to neutralize the contest. So, yeah. Then we have deep threes to pretty much shoot deep threes at a way higher rate. Hot zone hunter for whenever you get hot zones, it's going to make it that much easier to shoot within those hot zones, get greens. Hot shot for whenever we're making a lot of threes, green and threes. It's going to make our takeover that much easier to get. Then if you have dead eye to pretty much the contest is going to be neutralized at a way higher rate. It's not as good as blinders, but it is pretty much for any contest. Then when it comes to a badge like catch and shoot, that's going to help you catch and shoot at a way higher rate. This is one of the most underrated shooting badges in the game. If you're catching and shooting, you know how good this badge is without having a badge on. It's a big difference. I will say that. I thought shooting without catch and shoot was easy until I put it to bronze. And when I put it to gold and Hall of Fame, it got way better. So just putting it to bronze does make a big difference. But if you can get it to gold and Hall of Fame and you spot up a lot, do that. But yeah, man, this is the best shooting badge setup for this build. All right, next is the best playmaking badge setup for this build. Now, this is pretty simple. Quick first step, that's going to help us speed boost at the highest rate possible. That's going to pretty much help us get open for dunks, layups, mid-range, three-pointer. It doesn't really matter. Might even help you set up your teammates. Handles for days, that's going to cancel out the stamina issue. Unpluckable is going to make it that much harder to get ripped. Does it work all the time? No, especially in this game where how steals is probably the best way to get stops. But yeah, Unpluckable is definitely a much needed badge. Bullet passes are going to make your passes that much faster. You definitely want to have that badge on. That's one of the most needed badges in the game. Also, for playmaking, you kind of want to have that at Hall of Fame, but this build doesn't have the ability to get that Hall of Fame, so you definitely want to have that max. Then we have Ankle Breaker for the last two badge upgrades. For playmaking, I try to say this all the time, you want 15 to 18, more towards 18 so that you can have gold ankle breaker, because that's one of the most overpowered badges in the game. It's probably the second best playmaking badge. You don't necessarily need it because you don't necessarily have to take people's ankles, but it makes it that much easier to score when you can just pretty much stun your defender, put them in animations and stuff like that. So yeah, man, that's the best playmaking badge setup for this build. All right, next is the best defensive rebounding badge setup for this build. Now, for the best defensive rebounding badge setup for this build, you get 5 Hall of Fame badges, 2 gold and 1 bronze, all from 27 badge upgrades. So for the Hall of Fame badge, you get Clamps Hall of Fame. That's going to pretty much the best way to play on-ball defense in this game, especially with the meta being ISO. So yeah, then we have Chase Down Artist. If you add that to bronze, that's the only way you can pretty much unlock the chase down block animations. You go up and up and up. It's gonna make you jump higher and get faster with every tier that you go up. Then when you go to Ring Protector, that's pretty much a badge. It's gonna be enhancing badges like Intimidator, Chase Down Artist, while also improving your blocking ability, like I went over it with Giant Slayer, while also enhancing your teammates' takeovers whenever you get a block, while also unlocking special blocking animations, while also when you're at the park unlocking or pretty much enhancing your teammates' takeover whenever you do a hard foul. So yeah, the badge does a lot. Then we have Intimidator to pretty much make you be able to get the best shot contest possible every single situation. Rebound Chaser is going to help you snag as much as possible, get as many rebounds as possible. Then we have Brick Wall. That people probably look at that as a badge for setting screens, but in a game like this where people don't set screens, you can literally use that to go along with Clamps to pretty much drain people's energy, because that's a really good badge. A lot of people are actually starting to put their stamina down lower. Brick Wall would be the badge that kind of make those builds pretty bad. I'm gonna just start saying that in these build videos. Brick Wall might be a badge. If you have an extra badge left over that you just really don't use it on anything, put it to Brick Wall. I'm telling you that right now. Draining people's energy is going to be a real big deal in this game because everybody putting their stamina low. Let me just say that. If we have an interceptor to be in them lanes as much as possible, and then pickpocket, a high steal, or pretty much getting steals is easy in this game. You don't even have to have a steal. When you start putting your steal up, it makes it that much easier. Then when you put pickpocket on that, that becomes the best way to pretty much get stops in the game. So yeah, man, that is pretty much the best defensive rebounding badge setup for this build. This is the best mid-range slasher, the best slasher build in the game. Pretty much showed you guys every way how to make it, pretty much from the position, highway, wingspan, attributes, takeover, all the way down to the best badge setups for the finishing, shooting, playmaking, and the defensive. So yeah, man, for that alone, go ahead, leave a like on this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. We got more videos coming out every single day. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing a test all week. I'm gonna do some next gen videos, some current gen videos. I'm gonna hold off on some of the bangers I had coming soon. I want to make sure I got this all out the way and know what I'm gonna be dropping for this banger week. I'm trying to prep up for that right now. That's pretty much the real main reason for me doing this. So yeah, man, if you haven't already, leave a like. If you want these next gen videos to be pretty much more next gen than current gen, what I would tell you to do, like the video, share the video to anybody this will help. But yeah, man, it's your boy Fitz, man. It's your boy Fitz, man. And I'm about to be, man.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Bands to make her talk, if she don't wanna speak, then that shit chalk. I came in peace till that boy talk. I'm on my knees and I'm praying to the Lord. Last year they said I was dreaming a lot. Just 1 year later and we still won't stop. Been stacking my paper, best where I know.